What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to do another dive into a crypto as well as TA at the end. So today's topic happens to be Ripple's XRP, because XRP is making a huge wave in the news today, so I figured I might as well take a look at it. And before we get started in this video, let this be known, I do not like XRP. All right, I'm letting you know. So anytime I do say anything relatively good about XRP, it's kind of a big deal. But yeah, either way, I can appreciate the game they're playing here. They're doing good. But let's get into it. So Ripple's XRP, one of the most popular cryptocurrencies, unlike most other popular tokens, which are decentralized. Ripple's supply and mechanisms are controlled by Ripple Labs, the American technology company. This makes the coin more centralized than cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ripple was conceived as an alternative to remittance network and a real-time settlement system. The idea was to create a token to enable instant cross-border transactions. The token has come a long way toward achieving its goal, but faces regulatory pressures, making following XRP news interesting. I'm not sure when this article was made, but I will defend XRP in this stance. When they originally launched, yes, there was a lot of things talking about how they really were not decentralized. They were just another banking company, essentially. All this other stuff. What they ended up doing was they sold a ton of their tokens to a bunch of different banks around the world, and they also allowed a bunch of different other things to open up nodes, which then made them sufficiently decentralized, which then they can no longer be referred to as a security. They can no longer be referred to as centralized. They have done the work necessary to be decentralized, essentially. And then they also have their ledger, so they have a lot of things going for them, and I will admit that. But Ripple News is a major interest for a lot of crypto enthusiasts. Notably, it is the subject of a lawsuit brought by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. So this actually is the reason why most people believe XRP had a terrible last bull run, but alleging that XRP is a security and that Ripple Labs sold unregistered securities to investors. The outcome of the lawsuit will set a precedent for many other digital tokens and crypto projects. Here's another thing I do have to give to XRP. If they didn't step up to bat and fight against the SEC for the duration of an entire bull run, we might see in a completely different landscape of what cryptocurrencies look like now, considering now it seems like the US is a lot more okay with cryptocurrencies and they're starting to bring up the regulation and everything like that. We do have to tip our hat and say thank you to XRP and the Ripple team, because they put up, I believe it was over $200 million to try and fight against the SEC. So good for them, hats off, kudos. We appreciate you. That is great. At this point, I do want to mention the reason why I dislike XRP. It is not because of Ripple. It is not because of the token. It's because of the darn XRP army. Y'all are wild, constantly selling a dream of it's going to be $60,000 a token by this weekend. It's absurd. Stop doing that. It would help greatly. Stop it. But anyways, XRP is being challenged by the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, aka SWIFT, which argues that the network is not rigid and secure enough to act as an alternative cross-border payment system. Ripple Labs acknowledges some problems but asserts that it's consistently working on improvements. So they are getting some pushback from the Swift network. Noted, the Swift network, it is fully in their benefit to not have XRP to do this, because Swift is old, it's ancient. Things working off wires. Then we got something that's working off a blockchain, way faster, way cheaper, way less of them taking your money for reasons. Anyways, so this is what I'm reading on the crypto.news. And yeah, so I do have plenty of arguments of why XRP is a great token. XRP Army, chill out. That's what you really need to do. Chill out. Stop it. But moving right along, XRP news today. SEC closed meeting and Ripple appeal withdrawal debates. BTC goes sideways. So right now, XRP gained 14% last week. This is as of the 17th, so 2 days ago. But optimism over a US XRP Spot ETF and SEC's potential approval withdrawal. So that is appeal withdrawal. So if the SEC does withdraw their appeal, it could fast track them to getting that nice little spot ETF here in America. They have been getting acknowledged left and right by everybody who's filing for it, so I think it's coming. But SEC's closed meeting on February 20th may decide Ripple's fate. Investors speculate on a potential appeal withdrawal. So that's great. Legal experts predict SEC leadership changes could lead to crypto-friendly policies. Bullish for XRP? And that's a question, so whatever. You guys will have this linked in the description below, so you can read through it as you like, but the key takeaways are right there at the top, considering those are the key points. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and move right along, because I'm not going to read all of this. I don't get enough views for Hooked on Phonics yet, so I don't want to put you through that. But right here, they do actually say appeal and XRP spot ETFs crucial for demand. So right now, they are predicting on a bullish case, an appeal withdrawal could drive XRP past its all-time high of $3.55. I don't know where they got this information, but that was not the all-time high. We will be looking at the chart after this, and you will be able to see what the all-time high was, because it's on a chart that apparently they didn't look at. Anyways, ETF catalyst approval of an XRP spot ETF could push XRP toward $5 on initial inflows, which we're going to see the chart. I'm not in disagreement of that. Somebody in the comments, I can feel it already. That would be a huge market. It wouldn't be that big of a market cap. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If anyone's going to talk some crap, talk some trash about XRP, it's me. Chill out. $5 is reasonable. Anyways, bearish case. The SEC proceeds with the appeal and rejects the spot ETF. May draw, so it may draw below $1.50, which we're going to look at that on the chart too. So I'm really glad these analysts really do know how to read a chart. This is amazing. Anyways, you guys can read through all of this. You guys can check it out. But we also have the Bitcoin going sideways, and we have some tariff uncertainties. If Bitcoin starts plummeting, guess what? All hopes of all of your altcoins probably going to go down with it. Once again, comment section, chill out. I know somebody's going to be like, XRP is different. It's not. Stop it. Relax. It's short-term volatility for long-term growth. Chill out. Now, let's go ahead and jump into this right here. This is actually the biggest news of the day. But we have the world's first XRP spot ETF to debut in Brazil's leading stock exchange. So right now, the fund is in process of finalizing its setup before being fully operational and open to investors. The key takeaway here, Hashdex received approval to launch its first XRP ETF in Brazil. XRP ranks as the third largest digital asset by market cap. Yeah, we already know that. Anyways, so Brazil's Securities and Exchange Commission, or the CVM, has approved the world's first exchange-traded fund that directly holds XRP, Ripple's native coin, from Hashdex, as shown in the database of the CVM and first reported by Portal Do Bitcoin. Is that a person? Anyways, whatever. So yeah, you guys can actually read on into this. The best, for those of you who don't know what a spot ETF is, this means the companies that are issuing these spot ETFs, they have to hold the asset. So anybody who's buying into the spot ETF is now forcing that company to use these funds to buy the asset. So this is where people are believing XRP could have exponential growth with that added liquidity. Now, one thing I really do want to preface here is we could see the price fall right after it gets, if it gets approved in the US. Main reason is because Grayscale, they have an XRP trust. And what have they done with every single spot ETF that came out, meaning Bitcoin and Ethereum? Massive sell-offs. Not only do they sell it off, they raise their fees just to make sure everyone who wants to sell off the trust to then get the ETF, they are cashing in a ton of money just to dump the price of XRP. So, understand that before getting all crazy and thinking it's going to be $1,000 tomorrow. Stop it. Please. Just stop it. But yeah, so this is actually a very good thing to hear. They're getting their first ever spot ETF. It's in Brazil. Brazil is known to be extremely crypto friendly, and I think it's partially because their currency isn't that strong. But I digress. Anyways, so let's get into the technical analysis. Let's see what we can see on the chart, and let's see if those other predictions, where they're getting them from. So as we come into the chart over here, we're utilizing the one with the most data, and that is the Gate.io. So Gate.io has the most data. This is the weekly chart. So whoever said $3.55 was the all-time high is a liar, because $4.16, maybe it was $4.17, I'm not all the way sure because it's a wick up here, but that $4.16, that is the all-time high. The fact that they think it's lower is appalling. But anyways, weekly candle close, highest weekly candle close ever, was sitting at $3, and noted, still stands today. Highest weekly candle closes has found tons of resistance up here. Tons. Now, if we come into the daily time frame, this is where we're going to get the meat and potatoes. Noted. What I want you to notice, you see a high, a second high, and then if we look at our relative strength, we see a high and a lower high. This means the offloading had started. So just keep this in mind, because this is a very big deal, and they will have to fight against the weekly bearish divergence. Okay? That is a big deal. So keep that in mind. But going into your daily time frame, you can see we were putting in a beautiful support level. You have 1, 2, and third touch. You broke down. So this is a sign of not only the bearish divergence was playing out with that second high, but also this formed a rising wedge pattern, which historically is a bearish pattern. So with that being said, where could this thing go based off of a measured move? We take the widest part of the wedge, we measure it out, and then we go to where the back test would be if we get up there, and we could see the price come all the way back down to just below this wick over here, which noted that would wreck a lot of traders. Noted, somebody is probably going to argue, maybe we put it right here, that would coincide with $1.51. So this is where they're getting their bearish case. The bearish case is in full play right now, considering we have a daily level of resistance. We tried to break above, we fell below, and we are below our 50 simple moving average on the daily. So right now, everything's pointing toward, hey, we're probably going to see a little bit of downside. But if we get a news-driven catalyst, this thing's surprisingly set up for a very good move to the upside as well. Another thing to focus in on is the demand line that has formed. So we have this demand line right here that we will have to contend with. So that demand line could become an issue in the future. But let's go ahead and check out your relative strength. What's happening down here? So we do not, and I'm going to repeat this, do not have bullish divergence on your relative strength. Your CCI indicator is getting into that bullish control zone. However, if this was a stochastic RSI, you're getting close to the top. Getting close. That dotted blue line right here would be the top of your stochastic RSI. Looking at your MACD, it does look like we had a bit more buying pressure, but you can see the buying pressure has consistently been coming down. So we could also, the sell pressure grew tremendously. But I'm just saying we could see a little short-term pullback. Don't get too worried about it. But let's go ahead and drop into our 4-hour time frame. Now our 4 hours giving us a little bit of a worry here, but it's also showing us some extremely positive things. This is where it gets a little dicey and we're seeing mixed signals, but we are still bearishly backtesting the 200 simple moving average. And with that being said, you would expect for this resistance to hold at $2.72. If it does not hold, we are also putting in, and this is great, hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So you can see a distinct lower relative strength with higher prices. So this is actually a very hard thing to tell, because it could go up, could go down. Many indicators saying that you can go down, but we do have hidden bullish divergence to show we could go up. And if we did go up, there is a measured move to the upside I would be looking for, which is right here. So going with our Fibonacci retracement, we got a nice deep retracement. And now if we did get that leg up, we're looking for $3.15 on that leg up, which also would get us above that $3 level that poses so very much, so many problems. Now it's about an 18% move to the upside, and that is what I'm seeing based off of your 4-hour time frame. But remember, you could see some downside because you have a ton of bearish indicators, and I mean a ton. Also, this would line up nearly perfect with a formal back test of the rising wedge pattern, which then all we have to do is move this up to here and be like, cool, we're gonna go all the way down to $1.94 and set a higher low and start a brand new uptrend. So it's kind of like, yay, we might see some short-term upside, we might see a bit of downside, but overall, the news that came out, super bullish. And I mean, it's super bullish. Almost to the point where I might even, I'm not considering it, but I might consider buying into this thing. I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not. But XRP Army, it's your fault. But anyways, yeah, looking at your 1-hour time frame here, the 1 hour is just showing us not great stuff, because you had this bearish cross of the 50 and the 200, and then now you are on your CCI indicator showing all signs that it should sell off. So it's like really conflicting indicators. It's as if the people don't know what to do. So I'm expecting they could cancel each other out and we start trading sideways, and the charts will figure it out based off the news. And if it is a news-driven catalyst, I'm sorry to say, but expect a short-term pump followed by probably a pullback after. Noted, out of our longer term, this is one thing I do want you guys to pay attention to. Longer term, this is where they're getting that $5 mark from. So let's get rid of all this noise here. Let's clear it out. Based off of this right here, you came up and you're consolidating above $2.08. On your second leg up, you would be aiming at $5.23. So that is exactly where a pump could take you. So I'm just letting that be known. Based off the technicals being a little over $5, it actually makes sense. So we're going to see what happens with the news. Hopefully this video helps you out when it comes to your decisions on XRP. But understand, I will give the news as unbiased as I can, even if I don't like the project. It's fine. I don't have to buy it, but I can just give you the information to make your own educated decisions. So if you do happen to like this video, please hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel so you can get more takes just like this, because I'm not going to BS you. I'm just going to give you the truth of what I find and my opinions. We do go live every single day. We go live doing technical analysis, looking over any coins that you want. I take viewer requests, and I do my best to take every viewer's request. I mean every single one of them. There was one night I was live for 6 hours straight. We covered over 100 different cryptocurrencies. Hopefully you guys don't make me work that hard. But anyways, other than that, I got nothing else more to say. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week. I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Oh, sorry, there's one last thing. We have 2 affiliated exchanges where you could trade things just like XRP. They are in the links down below in the description, and it's Buy DeFi and Weeks. Amazing sign-on bonuses. Go ahead and check those out. Anyways, I will catch you later. Take it easy. Hopefully I see you in a live stream tonight. I do go live every single day. Have a good one.